There's a buzz in the air in the sold-out arena here in downtown Minneapolis. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 3 of this Western Conference first-round series. We're 2-0 so far, and we'll see if the home court advantage holds sway. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And breaking down the game, right now let's take a look, guys, at the Prophet.
Well, you know, when they need a big three, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And something else he's able to do that very few players can is change his shot as he's in the air without it affecting his accuracy. I mean, that's a unique skill, and it really helps him make buckets against tight defense.
Taking a look at Minnesota, they need the boost here from the hometown fans, trailing 2-0. It is critical for them to start to edge back into the series.
And obviously losing this game would be a killer. Nobody's ever come down. Nobody's ever come back from down 3-0. So momentum can be on their side with one victory. It's got to happen tonight.
Well, it definitely is, Steve, but still, at this point, the series is pretty much right where people expected it to be. Now it's their turn to use their home court advantage and gain some traction in this series.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out, that's the results you get right there.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the night. Conley with it. McDaniel, the best to come. Here's Gobert, 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Roberts. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Minnesota making a switch. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here is Edwards. We played just over a minute here in the first. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Conley. 6-point game. Reed the pass to come. Clock at 6. Drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. He had the demeanor you might expect from a coach in his situation. After dropping the first 2 in hostile territory, he recognizes the task they have in front of them. He said, "We didn't get it done on the road, and now we have to take care of business at home." Simple as that. Let's see how it plays, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Conley after the made shot from Jones. Down low, it's tipped. Here's Reed. Off target at the rim.
Well, with only 1 attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
Passes to Wembanyama. And another basket for San Antonio.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now here's Conley. He passes it to McDaniel. Reed, defended by Sohan. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And saved a likely dunk there.
Yeah, very smart foul under the circumstances. You can't allow him to just throw it down on you.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Wembanyama, the pass to Roberts. Pass out. Edwards defending. Jones kicks to Roberts. They get the rebound. The second chance effort. It's Wembanyama. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
Now here's Conley. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Here is the list of players you do not want to send to the charity stripe. The regular season's best free throwers. Look at the Prophet, second in the NBA. He's so great from the line.
Sometimes it's overlooked the importance of knocking down free throws, and guys like him that can knock down a high percentage of their free throws, they're invaluable. Whether they get to the line a lot or not, the fact is when they knock them down at a high percentage, they're helping their team.
Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Edwards. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Roberts, defended by McDaniel. Roberts passes to Wembanyama. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Nice D from Reed.
That's an easy shot there. It's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Conley with it. Jones covering. Conley, the pass to Reed. Here's McDaniel. Finds himself wide open. Drills it.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Spurs leading by 4. Sohan passes to Roberts. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And another thing that stands out about him, Steve, he has the ability to score even with defenders draped all over him. He's so strong around the goal.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, that was solid. I tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Here's Conley. Pass to Reed. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a fader. It's rebounded by Roberts.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Now here's Conley. Right side, Conley. The pass to McDaniel. Towns defended by Sohan. Here's Towns. No good off the front iron.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Jones, the pass to Sohan. The basket drops, and it's foul on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Kicks to Edwards. Back to Brown. Outside Brown. 4 on the clock. Shoots, and it's blocked by Roberts. Now the feed to Johnson. Passes it to Sohan. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
And for the Spurs, Edwards with it, now guarded by Sohan, and once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
And for Minnesota, for San Antonio, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. Intercepted on the floor for San Antonio. Got a piece of it. And Indiana, the pass to Roberts. And the layup's good off the blocks. Roberts got 12.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big league becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey guys, the Prophet in their last game against the Timberwolves was just a man on a mission. He had 49 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there.
How about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not
Holy
probable.
smokes.
It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Timberwolves trailed by 20. Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards to stop the run. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Outside Conley. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go. Conley's got 6.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Roberts. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. A lot of offense came from this group during the regular season. Look here at the league's highest scoring shooting guards. Look at the Prophet, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And it's his explosiveness that jumps right out at you. He exploits gaps in the defense better than any player in the league. If there's an opening, he'll find it.
And the opening doesn't have to be there long, Steve, just a nanosecond. I mean, that's the burst this fella possesses. Even a hit of daylight, and he'll be right by you.
Tough play. He had to fight his way all the way to the rim.
The Timberwolves have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Downlock's checked in for Johnson. San Antonio leading by 14. Kicks it to Roberts. Blocked. And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Towns defended by Sohan. No good from McDaniel. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Roberts. Leads him in there. And Indiana. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
Here is Edwards, defended by Roberts. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Towns. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And he gives them a terrific option in the low post every time down the court. Even with multiple defenders around him, he knows how to create a shot for himself.
Here is Edwards, defended by Roberts.
Come get it, come get it.
Now the pass to Edwards. Fast break, here we go. For the finish.
Throw down there, man. Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Conley off the pick from McDaniel. Here's Edwards. That one wide left. San Antonio leading by 19 points. 1:04 left in the second quarter. Shot's good. And that's 18 points for the Prophet.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter, and just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Here is Edwards. He's got 8. To halt the run, rejected by Roberts. Passes it to Wembanyama. And Roberts kicks to Campini. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's McDaniel, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. That's good from McDaniel.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
San Antonio making a switch here.
It's a good job from the foul line here. And they'll need to continue to convert their chances in order to get back in it.
Vincent, defended by McDaniel. Here's Roberts. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
He's really starting to heat it up, Kevin. They need to double-team him every time he touches the ball on the catch.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. Minnesota making a switch here. Warren's checked in.
Boy, I really like the way he came out in the first quarter. Very aggressive, really focused and intense, and generated some nice opportunities.
Outside Conley. Jones. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. San Antonio with the ball.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Can't get it to go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's San Antonio just dominating this one. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far. This is 2K Sports as we get deeper into round 1 of the playoffs. San Antonio on top against Minnesota. They're trying to string together their 3rd win in a row in this series. The Prophet having no trouble against the Timberwolves. High percentage looks in the first half. Amazing work from the field. Shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket buying. Not the same story, though, for the Timberwolves. They've been getting pounded on the glass, just not bringing the aggression, the physicality needed to get the job done. Michael Conley off to a good start. Nobody out there has been able to slow him down. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3.
And what a tremendous game for the Prophet. He's got 21 points and 2 steals.
We are seeing him at his very best today. So much fun to watch.
And you know when he's at his best, it's amazing the things he can do.
They've got Gobert, Conley out there with Edwards, and it's McDaniel at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. First one falls for him. Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. And so he hits both. Minnesota shooting for the game at 42%. Here is Edwards, defended by Roberts. Pass to Edwards. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, strong defense is obviously a big key to success in the NBA. And these players, the top shooting guards in the steals category in the regular season, gave their teams plenty of that on the way to the playoffs. Look at the Prophet, 5th in the NBA. Very crafty player.
Well, this is a very intense group. You know, those steals haven't come by accident. They've gotten them through the effort they're willing to expend on that aspect of the game.
Right on. I mean, they're lockdown defenders, all of them. As gritty a group of guys as you can have on the perimeter.
I'll tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
Now Conley. 6 points for him. And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
It's his 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gaudlock is checked in. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Timberwolves passing it around. And there's the pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Well, good with the triple.
Tough 3-point try there with a hand in his face.
Hammer time!
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Gets it to go. He's got 14.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
There's the pick. He feeds it to Roberts. Outside, Jones. Wembanyama. Back to Jones. He passes to Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. An emphatic LU jam.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
San Antonio making a switch here. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here is Edwards, defended by Roberts. Passes it to McDaniel, launches it, and threw it on the basket. Hooking.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Still so high. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here's Edwards. He's got 14. Pass to Conley. 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert, defended by Wembanyama. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Shooting from Minnesota, Gobert. At the 1 for 2.
That's good from Gobert. And he makes both free throws. 3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Roberts. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They're looking to bounce back after the bitter loss on Saturday.
Yeah, they look totally disjointed. And sometimes you have a night like that. Nothing goes in the basket. It's just pure frustration.
Well, you can call it any number of things, Steve. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, dysfunctional. Any of those would fit.
Here's McDaniel, and it's good with time running down in the shot clock. He's got 13. Spurs leading by 17. Sohan passes to Roberts. Stripped it away. Now here's Conley. He's got 6. The pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Fires the 3. Good on the shot. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Pass to Sohan. San Antonio again missing. Edwards with it. Jones covering. Pass to McDaniel. And here's Edwards. Oh, good on the 3.
He has not been on his game. And, you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Wembanyama, the pass to Roberts. Wembanyama. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. To the middle. Here's Roberts. He's got 29 points. There's the pass to Wembanyama. That's good. 11 points in the game. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Spurs.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight. You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Here's Roberts, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Roberts has got 10 points in the quarter.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Edwards passes to Conley. Edwards a screen on Jones. Here's Townsend. But they'll get another chance. Edwards rejected by Wembanyama.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And fouled as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. That free throw good from Wembanyama. Both free throws good from Wembanyama.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer the perfection continues.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Back to Conley. Timberwolves passing it around. Fires the 3. But they get it back. Edwards passes to Conley. He passes to McDaniel. 1:37 left here in the third quarter. Here's Edwards. Buries the jump shot. 16 points for him. Spurs leading by 16. He kicks it to Roberts. Passes it to Sohan. The dish to Roberts. Puts the lead pass in front of him.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Here's Edwards. No luck. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Roberts dishes to Jones. Feeds it to Roberts. Pass to Wembanyama. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. That free throw good from Wembanyama. San Antonio making a switch here. He hits both from the stripe. Timberwolves trail by 20. Now he's got 16. Great D that time from Wembanyama. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here comes Conley. He's got 9. And the pass to Edwards. Missed inside.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Spurs lead by 20, and we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. And so it's San Antonio with it. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for San Antonio.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Conley with it. Anderson outside. Back to Conley. He dishes it to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Conley penetrating. The 11-footer. That's good on the jump shot. San Antonio leading by 20. Here's Roberts. Passes it to Wembanyama. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Timberwolves shooting for the game at 42%. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Reed the pass to Edwards. Conley. 5 on the clock. Warren gets to Conley. Shoots from the line. That's good.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Spurs shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Outside, Jones. This is to Roberts. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play. Gobert checked in for Minnesota. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. And here's Edwards. Terrific design of the pick look. He lays it in.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
San Antonio leading by 22. Inside. Pulls it up. Shot's good from Wembanyama. 24 points for him.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
The numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Here's Edwards. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good for Medevenx. The Spurs have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for already shaking. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
That's good for Roberts. Now here is Conley. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Anderson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Conley. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. San Antonio making a switch here. The Spurs have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Here's Roberts. On defense, Minnesota. The feed now to Collins. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He shoot again. Roberts puts up the baby hook, and that one goes long.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Brown kicks to Conley. Garza, defended by Mammo Kalishvili.
You know, even though he's bite-sized compared to the big men on the floor, he's done some really tall work on the board.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Here's Roberts. He's covered by Brown. Collins, good. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Now Conley. Pass to Reed. Shot clock at 6. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
One shot.
The free throw off from Reed. The Spurs have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. It's Brown with the drive. That's good. San Antonio leading by 23. Kicks it to Roberts. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Reed. The Timberwolves shooting in this game, 45%. Here's Osman. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
It's Brown with the drive. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. The Spurs have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Collins dishes to Roberts. He feeds it to Collins. And a missed layup.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
The pass to Reed. 6 to shoot. Garza, he's guarded by Collins, takes the three, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but, you got to be smart, too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
The Spurs making a switch here. Both free throws good from Medevenx. The Spurs making a switch here. Here is Edwards. And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That's his 5th foul.
Third team foul.
Conley with it. Minnesota calls timeout.
They've already picked up a number of fouls here, and they're in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet, keeping their hands up, and defending without foul.
Towns defended by Sohan, knocked away.
Excellent anticipation there. He was laying in the cut, we say.
Roberts passes to Wembanyama, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Good job there, recognizing the mismatch and then just going straight up with the shot. He's got a major height advantage.
And the Spurs making a change here. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Edwards passes to Brown, and stolen by Graham. Here's Roberts. Got it. Good job in the low post. Roberts got 42 in the game.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. Passes to Edwards. And they get it. Rebounded by the Spurs. Roberts passes to Wembanyama. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Brown outside. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. Garza. No good with the layup. And for the Spurs, they're shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. A nice shot by Roberts.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Brown kicks to Conley. 52 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he gave the officials no choice there. Easy call, went right over the top.
Yeah, he's got to go straight up when he's under the boards in that kind of traffic. You can't chest first into the man in front of you. That's a foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Medevenx. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Minnesota shooting it well here in the 4th quarter at 50%. He feeds it to Brown. Mackubex the pass to Roberts. And that one's good. Roberts got 46 points.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Outside Conley. He kicks to Warren. 5 to shoot. Back to Conley. They need this one. San Antonio with the rebound. And here is Graham. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals here on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at the Jordan player of the game.
I'm always flexing. Isip pinamay, mula sa kaswito da, bugo man di ay. Di may kasabay, mura sa kakitsa da, wa kayangay. Samog kay kagnaw, samog katanaon, at pag inamaw, storya rang galabaw. Isip pinamay, mura kaksikitsa da, wa kayangay. Ay palabi, dagang kikag arti, wa kay agi, ay pa.
That win put your team up 3-0 and on the verge of moving on to the next round. How do you feel right now? Is a sweep on your mind?
Solid win, man. Just one more, and then it's on to the next challenge. A sweep would be great, but every team that makes the playoffs is there for a reason. We can't take it for granted that winning the first three means we'll win the next one. We're going to come out strong and try to get it done quickly, though. You can count on that.